Okay. Random relevant thoughts, right?
Random relevant thoughts and no notes.
No notes.
We
No.
talking. We got the talking in the workrooms about best directors. Now we can keep it going about cinema directors, but if you want to jump into like if you like show directors too, you can.
No.
Who me? Oh, he got
What?
the mic mad close. So we have to make a cameo real quick.
Whoa. Listen, my mic positioning is none of your business. I have worked on my mic
Send me out to
positioning.
make a cameo because you being heard.
Yeah.
Just put a cameo real quick. Come right
Let me
by.
tell you how you work the mic. You
Send
see
me
how I
out
work
to-
the mic? If I have to get up a little bit, I can do that like this. You see, it's mic. I know how to work a mic. You see what I'm saying?
All right. Okay. So I kick off.
Okay.
So I go with my first movie, my number one favorite movie, and who the director is.
Okay.
So my favorite movie of all time is The Godfather. However, Coppola is not one of my favorite directors. I credit The Godfather with being a strong cast. So I would say one of my favorite directors in that vein, mob movies, is Scorsese. Because Scorsese, you can sense Scorsese's eye when he does movies. Spike Lee is definitely one of my favorite directors. And it ain't just because I'm voting for everybody black. He really tells dope stories. He really has a sense of how he's going to score it because he always puts like a Marsalis brother or somebody in there. You know, it's so rich. Mo Better Blues is a slept on movie.
Man.
Slept on.
Yo.
On. I'm going to stop for a minute and try to calculate other favorite directors.
Okay.
But I just put Scorsese and Lee.
And that's
out
not.
there.
I mean, Scorsese's not black, so that's not everybody black.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
Spike.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely Spike. Spike goes without saying. I think that he was such an influence on me and how I see cinema. But like oddly enough, man, if I had to pick a favorite director, it may surprise you, but it's Michael Bay.
Michael Bay?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. See, I know that surprises people because it's not for me. Michael Bay is a fun director. Like he does innovative stuff with the camera. And you
So,
look at his movies, and
Michael Bay. I think his biggest moneymaker is Bad Boys, obviously.
Transformers.
But Transformers. You think Transformers has made more money than Bad Boys? Yeah.
Transformers,
But,
dog. Yeah,
but then but a lot of his movies, he definitely has a nuance because a Michael Bay movie.
The slow mo, the camera angle, the camera movements, the circling slow mo. He's the one that's credited for doing a lot of that from Bad Boys.
Right, and when he did it with Bad Boys, it was more manual then. Because now when I think Michael Bay, I almost rule him out because you rely so heavily on CGI special effects.
Yeah, I don't care. It's entertainment value. Like if that guy's brain is behind what's going on in like Ambulance. Have you seen the new movie Ambulance?
No.
Watch Ambulance. Fun ass movie. So
I heard
Ambulance,
about it,
Bad Boys, Transformers.
Ambulance
all
is a
fun.
comedy, right?
No, it's an action movie, man.
Okay,
just senseless action. It's not gonna win an Oscar. It's predictable, but it's one of my favorite movies I've seen all year long. And it's Michael Bay, man. He does this crazy shit with camera angles and the way he keeps me engaged in a movie. His movies are fun, and I fucks with Michael Bay.
So when you go in that direction, who did Speed? Anybody know who did Speed?
Speed was
We should have Semiatu be our researcher off camera. Who directed Speed? And we'll get that answer.
Because Speed was done in a good way. Yeah.
Speed was well directed.
Well directed.
But let me jump back to directors I know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Who put their touch on a lot of the films. And I'm going back to that collective that Coppola is a part of. And it's Spielberg. Because Spielberg plays in both areas. Yeah. He's an innovator of doing a lot of special effects CGI movies, but he also has that manual director's eye with some of his first few films.
Innovator is the word that you said it. That's the word when I think of Steven Spielberg. Yeah. Like that dude is he's the dude that everybody's trying to be.
And through it all, he still tells a story because you talk Spielberg, you talk Jaws. You talk E.T., you talk all of these movies that are iconic, but my favorite Spielberg movie is The Color Purple. Color Purple is one of my favorite movies.
People don't even realize that that's a Spielberg
People don't realize that
movie.
Spielberg is Quincy Jones produced.
Yes.
But man, that was a real subtle eye. That's no room for special effects because it's a period piece.
And you know you're good when you can tell a story without it being a lot of action or whatever. It's about cinematography. It's about setting up the scenes. I had another one. I like dialogue guys. So Quentin Tarantino,
Yep.
Steven, is it Sorensberg? He
You
did
talking about,
he did was it called Wings or not Left Wing? He did the show, but he did the movie
the West Wing. You talking about
West Wing,
Sorkin?
yeah, Sorkin,
That
Andrew
takes us-
Sorkin. Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
where I got Steven Soderbergh. Somebody else. Sorkin, I love because he did Molly's Game.
Uh-huh.
His dialogue in his movies is so
That's
crazy
good.
dope.
That's
And
what's
him and Quentin
Tarantino
Tarantino
has very, very engaging dialogue.
Yes.
Controversial dialogue.
Yes.
Kind of like underlying, fact and theory in his dialogue. If you ever seen Indigenous Bastards, and
One of my
they're
favorites.
playing what's the game where you put the cards on your head? Right before the whole Mexican standoff and the
I
thing.
forgot the name of the game.
And
I
then
know
they
what you're
have this whole little they're talking about like it's like the black man's plight in America. They're giving one of the dudes answers like that, and that's like Tarantino weaving in like critical dialogue.
Right.
I love Tarantino's one of my favorite. It's funny that I
Aaron Sorkin. That just came.
Aaron
to me.
Sorkin.
That's his name. Aaron
Yep.
Sorkin. Not I don't know what all the names I was putting out there.
So those are some of the those are like the titans of the industry. And then like let's think of like contemporaries now. You know who I like, and I can't get her name all the way right. She does a lot of show direction, but then she stepped into with Queen and Slim. You know what I'm talking about? Is it Katsukis or something like that?
What else did she do? I know who you're speaking.
She did Insecure. She does a lot of episodes of Insecure.
Right.
A
Okay.
lot of episodes of Insecure. I'm
What she did. Queen and Slim was well done. I can't watch it again.
Oh really?
I
just haven't gotten around to watching it again. Let me see. Director.
I don't know, man. I just the whole
Melina Matsoukas. Hold on.
Melina Matsoukas. Okay.
Director Melina Matsoukas. We've been in the workroom before and going crazy about how Insecure is going to be like a national treasure.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about the way that shot is
the
amazing.
way it's shot
yes.
is some of the most beautiful
Yo
shooting I've ever seen. Let me give a honorable mention to somebody who has some of the best cinematography I've ever seen. Did one movie that I know, but is their eyes good, but the movie was like disjointed. Belly, Hype Williams.
Oh, Hype Williams. Oh God, yes.
Man.
Hype Williams. Oh man, I can't believe I can say Hype. Listen, man, you can't say anything bad about Belly. Belly. The reason why Belly was good is because of how it was shot.
When the lady walks out to Sister Nancy Bomb Bomb.
Yeah.
I was like, that made me want to do movies.
Ooh.
I gotta give Hype Williams more props because
his videos.
Look it up. I mean, check it, double check it. But if Hype Williams did "Warning" by Biggie, and I think he did, who?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Did he do? I don't know if he did that. I can't remember.
If he did that,
he did most everything back then, mid-90s.
Yes, but if he did that, personally for me, that's what made me want to do visuals.
Really,
Belly, because you paired it with a song that is already dope in terms of telling a story. Biggie's just throwing his voice and acting like he's having a conversation.
Right.
Remember them from the hill up in Brownsville that you rolled dice with, smoke
right.
with, got nice with? Yeah, Fame back in Prospect. Y'all, them are people. Nah, I love it. Biggie's more genius than we give him, right?
Biggie is a beast.
So that's a dope song already. And then you get the visual, and he don't have to throw his voice. It's Puff Daddy acting like the other person.
Right.
And they're telling that whole story. And then the cinematography of it all, it was so saturated. Like even then, so that kind of kicked off Hype Williams.
Well, but Hype was the standard for like new things done in videos. Because I remember for me, the video that really got me was the Missy Elliott video. I can't stand the rain.
But you know what though? That's after he's already getting everybody's budget by that point.
No, but that was 94, 93.
No.
Wasn't that 93?
They're going to get you in the comments. That was 97.
Oh shit.
That was 97.
Nah, man, I bought 96. No, I was living
Super Duper Fly
was 95.
Circa 96, 97.
No, it can't be.
I'm telling you.
Is it really? Because I bought that when I was in Alaska. It might be at the very latest 96. I don't think it came out in 96 because 96 is the best. Is it 97?
97.
Is it really?
Released 1997.
Oh shit! I'm getting old.
I was very chronological at that point in my life. I was a kid, and you got a lot of time on your hands. You know everything that came out.
Yeah.
Biggie, his whole Ready to Die campaign
93
started in 93.
Yeah.
And the campaign ran through 95.
Right, and right.
Warning probably came out the single as a single 94.
Because when did Ready to Die drop? 94 is when the album dropped, right?
Ready to Die dropped in 94.
Yeah.
But you were getting early things from it in 93.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way it used to work. Like
you had to.
You know what I'm saying?
You had
and
one or two
even on
singles.
the tracks, people used to shout out. That's another random relevant thought. People used to really shout out the year.
Oh yeah, you don't hear that as much anymore, do you?
Like we were. That's a
no, yes they do. You hear it. You hear
I don't
cats
know. You
say
ever hear
it.
somebody be like 22? Like that, like people used to be like, because I know, like going back to
2020,
Biggie,
a lot of
like,
cats
he
said
rapped
it.
in '93. They was like, it's 1995. It's
I mean,
even in like '02. Busta Rhymes, he was like, what we gonna do in 2002? Even though we having fun, like they just don't do it like that no more. It just seems like things go so fast now.
Right.
But back on with directors, Hype Williams, I think that really got him going. He probably has some other credits. But that Biggie Warner probably got his phone ringing.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it did. Yeah. I'm sure it did. But Belly was, to me, man, Belly is still one of the best shot movies I've ever seen. Like, it's just entertaining the way it's shot. It reminds me of, and then there's new directors out that I'm starting to pay attention to. The dude that directed The Harder They Fall. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I forgot his name. He's from the UK. He's
from
the UK. But the way that's shot, man, it's like,
it's dope.
I just.
So today's directors. I really have to kind of look at Jordan Peele a little long. I mean, I know it's like outgoing and out there in terms of his aesthetic, but when I watch it, I think the story and the concept grabs me more than the visual. You know what I'm saying? The visuals are stark. I like what he did with Us and how it was like shot really dark.